I was just drinking this small ass McDonald's Sprite, and something's got me thinking. While I'm fucking drinking this, I've got an absolute piece of disgrace in my mouth. I don't even know what to call this thing, but basically in Australia, they've replaced plastic straws with these fucking flimsy ass 80-year-old penis white paper straw things. But they still keep the top of the plastic on the fucking cup. Tell me how that makes sense. Like, if I'm gonna throw this shit in the ocean, I'm still killing a fucking turtle, if you know what I mean. So, I don't know. Anyway, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd get that out of the way and kind of talk about, that as the intro for this, Fallout 4 video. I don't know how this has much to do with Fallout 4 at all. It probably doesn't, but fuck. I feel like someone needed to say it, and I'm gonna be that guy. McDonald's sponsor me. Anyway, basically, what I'm going to be talking about today is, for those of you who haven't seen, Starfield was actually delayed by Bethesda until 2023, and this is kind of gotten to a lot of people, because a lot of people are kind of saying, well, shit, what are we going to play now in 2022? And something that's kind of come up to me is a question that I actually saw someone ask me is there any update on the Fallout 4 Remastered, and if that will ever come, and if we'll ever get that? And what actually got me thinking is, hold on a second, could we actually now get a Fallout 4 Remastered in 2022, just as kind of a bridge thing until they get to Starfield? Because basically I said we wouldn't get a Fallout 4 Remastered in 2022, just based on the fact that they wouldn't want to take eyes away from Starfield. But considering that game's probably going to come out in April next year, it probably wouldn't matter anymore. If anything, it would actually get people more hyped up for the Starfield game, because it would give something for them to play. And honestly, Bethesda could legitimately even put an ad or something on there, on that Fallout 4 Remastered, saying Starfield still coming soon. Who even knows, just to get the word more and more out there. That's the question that I've kind of brought to myself, and I'm going to answer that in a second. But first of all, I'm going to explain why I think a Fallout 4 Remastered could potentially be coming. For those of you who didn't see it, last E3, or whatever it was called back then, Bethesda Showcase potentially still, Bethesda actually announced a Elder Scrolls 5 Remastered for the Xbox Series X and PS5. Basically, it would be similar to the last game, with I think a little bit better graphics, better lighting, all that type of stuff. But they would actually be increasing the mod sizes from I think it's 2 GB or something is the maximum amount of mod space you can have on the normal console. They would actually be extending that all the way to 5 GB, and then I've heard there's a rumor that it could potentially get extended to 7 GB later on. That's one of the big things they did. Then the other thing they did was they released this fishing DLC or something for free. I don't really know much about it. And then they basically added as well 500 different Creation Club items and stuff to the game as well, to kind of keep it fresh. And yeah, they basically did a lot of stuff, and it was something that they were able to release pretty easily. It was something that was able to get them more money to fund their other games, and again, something for people to play while we wait 80 years to play Starfield. And I honestly believe it would be an amazing idea for Bethesda to do it for Fallout 4. Could you imagine, going onto the PS4 now PS5 rather, chuck it in Fallout 4 Remastered. The graphics could definitely be a lot better on the PS5. Not just that, they could get rid of all the lag and instability issues that they have in, Boston, the main area there. They could increase the mod sizes to whatever it is now, 2 GB to maybe 5 or 7 GB. They could release all that unreleased Creation Club content that's apparently been sitting there for years, and new content, and maybe even give us a free DLC or something to kind of go along with it. Then they could, I don't know, charge us however much. I would hope it'd be $60 Australian, but it'd probably be 100 Australian, which, whatever, I'm still probably going to buy it, no cap. But again, this would just be another thing for them to get more money for funding for all the new projects that they've got coming out. It also would help out, again, give us something to play while we wait for Starfield, and it's kind of one of those bridge games. You might be asking yourself, why would one of the biggest gaming companies in the world need funding? pretty much why they would need funding is the only game they've released in like the last how many years was Fallout 76 in 2018. It will basically be a 5-year gap since they released the last game, and the last game was not very successful at all in Fallout 76. The last big game that was extremely successful that they did was Fallout 4 in 2015, which again, I think is like top 15 most sold games of all time or something. But here's the thing. It's been a long time since they've able to, draw in heaps of revenue. And there are a lot of employees that they've got. The game they've been working on for a long time in Starfield, probably the Starfield sequel, and Elder Scrolls 6, and all the Starfield DLC. I think if they want to keep making the game bigger and bigger, I mean, they're probably going to need somewhat of, some extra funding. And I think remastering one of their old games in the time being will definitely be something to help out with that. Because again, people got to remember, games aren't just like $1 million to $2 million to make anymore. They're probably spending like well over $100 million to make this Starfield game. Like, I read somewhere, I'm pretty sure Red Dead Redemption 2 was like 200 plus million to make, which is absolutely crazy. Like, probably more to make now. And again, that's the same with Starfield. I would imagine Starfield would be over 100 million. Elder Scrolls 6 probably a couple $100 million. These are all like big games that people have been waiting for a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if they, spent a lot of money to make these games. But if I'm going to be completely honest, I don't actually think they'll do a Fallout 4 Remastered unless they've decided to change their, plans. If they're deciding to keep the same plans that they had where they would just release out, Starfield, but they're going to be delaying it, of course, then I don't think we will get that Fallout 4 Remastered, because I don't think they intentionally originally had it there. But if they've decided to maybe move it up from a 2023 to 2024 release or 2022, that would be really awesome, because I wouldn't imagine it'd be very hard to do a lot of the things that I've said in this video, and a lot of the things are probably easy things they could do that are really awesome and very beneficial to the gameplay. Again, 2GB to 7GB mod support, fixing glitches and crashes and bugs in Boston Common or the main Boston area. Wouldn't take a long time, you would think, especially on the PS5. Again, all the Creation Club content that's probably already sitting there, they just haven't released it, all that type of stuff would be really cool as well. It doesn't sound like a very complicated thing. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think we're going to get a Fallout 4 Remastered in 2022? Do you guys think we won't? Definitely let me know. And again, what do you guys think about this? The bloody straw situation. I don't know. Tell me down below. But as I was saying, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.